My Skyblock survival series is changing after I managed to finish my new base design. So now all I have to do is focus on the inside, and by doing that, I build loads and loads of farms. Things like moss farm, bee farm, tree farm, the never tree farm, and the slime farm. But also I designed my entrance for the base and made a display platform for some of my viewers of this channel. First things first, to keep my new base safe, before I commence with the inside building, I have to light every dark corner completely just to avoid being bothered by mobs. Creepers are the mobs I really want to avoid. For a builder like me, it gets annoying when your hard work gets damaged. Had to keep lighting everything up for one more day. For a huge project like this, even placing torches around takes a while. And did the torch placement inside my base, I came to the Nether to look for Hogland Staple Bastion, which according from a comment from my previous video, Yazzer444 told me that you can find Crimson Nylium in these sort of bastions in my world, which using this method I can get some Crimson Wood and Shroom Light that will be excellent in my builds. First thing on my list is to build a moss farm in my new base, and I want to use blackstone as my building material, but since I'm running low on it, I have to AFK in the gold farm for 3 days, so I can use the bartering machine so I can get more materials this way. Now after that, I can finally build this moss farm for myself, which will give me a lot of azalea bushes and moss blocks. Not only that, I don't have to worry to fill the things with bone meal, because from all the moss it is producing, it will turn it into bone meal, and it will keep running forever without running out of fuel. Now all I need to do is add these dispensers, and it should start to work. Not to forget to add the hoppers to collect all the goodies. Okay, the moss farm is working. Next on my list is to make a bee farm, but to make it fully efficient, I need 2 more beehives. So I arrived in the flower biome to increase the bee nest spawn chances, and with my luck, I got 2 of them already, just by bone mealing only 6 trees. Now all I need is glass from these villagers to craft bottles, so all the honey could be collected in the bee farm. Now this bee farm is being built in the process. I am using a azalea flower bush, which is why I wanted to build a moss farm because of this. Finally, adding the bee nests in this farm, now this machine will be able to produce me with some sweet honey. I then used the bottles to collect the stored honey, and definitely made the bees very angry. But it's good that they won't be able to reach me, if I stay far from them. Moss farm and the bee farm are done. Now I bring my focus on building the slime farm. It's just one farm after another in this video. I want to gain all of these materials so I can build other unique farms in my new base. Right before I come back to the slime farm, I had to grab pumpkins, just so I can make iron golems to attract slime into the killing pit. Now I will answer a comment for today, and the comment for today is from Just a Second Name. Can you please do a tips and tricks on how to survive 100 days in Skyblock hardcore? Also, it's a video idea for you. Thanks for the idea, dude, and I appreciate for giving me suggestions. It seems that I inspire people to play Skyblock more. I know this because people asked me for tips in my livestream previously on how to survive in a world like this. So I'll probably be making a video on the tips I can give to my fellow viewers on how you can achieve surviving this long in the Skyblock world. The video will take some time because I'm moving from the UK to go back to live to my home country, but just be patient, it will come eventually. Returning to the starter base, I had to get more wood for myself. I will require this amount of wood to craft a lot of hoppers and pistons for my next farm. And not to forget collect cobblestone while I'm here. Now I got honey and slime. I can build myself a tree farm, which I can collect with the falling TNT. All I have to do is right-click to place the saplings, and everything will be pushed for the TNT to destroy, so all the drops can be collected fairly and easy. 32 days in, and I already built 4 farms for myself. But I am running low on blackstone building material, so I have to AFK in the gold farm again while I make lunch in real life. With the gold I farmed in the piglin farm was good enough, but not to run out of blackstone for a long time, I must raid bastions to gain even more amounts of gold. And while I'm doing so, I can collect netherite ingots at the same time, so I'll be getting closer and closer to achieve building a full-powered netherite beacon. I raided so many bastions that on the 6th one, I stumbled upon another enchanted golden apple. This will make fine addition to my collection. Raiding a hoglin stable and by hitting a zombified piglin by accident, I got a huge horde after me, truly terrifying feeling when I am not wearing elytra wings. More gold, more! I must raid even more bastions, because it's better to have it and not need it. Men need it and not have it. Even though I don't need these huge amounts, it's better to have it in the future, because even you won't know when the time comes when you will require it. Final treasure bastion is raided, and through all of this I managed to achieve 1,907 gold ingots in total, 2 extra netherite blocks, and of course, 1 enchanted golden apple. But on my way I raided another hoglin staple and grabbed more crimson nylium, and collecting 15 in total from this adventure. I used the gold I had for the bartering machine and got 2 1/3 of shulker box stored of blackstone. With all the bones I grabbed from the spawn base, I wanted to grow some crimson trees, so I can use it for my next build. Spend these 30 minutes of removing and growing the nether trees, and realized how much time consuming it is to remove them over and over again. I decided to think of different methods. This wasn't in my plan list, but I still really need to build this crimson tree farm, which will collect a lot of good materials from this, and it will save me a lot of time so I can finish my floor pattern. For it I will require TNT, so I must grab a lot of gunpowder from my mob farm. But by activating this farm, it seems that it doesn't work for me, and it's taking a long time to finding the problem, but at the end I managed to make the mechanism to work how it should be. All 15 minutes wasted to find the problem, it's because of 1 block misplacement in this farm. But at least I managed to make it work. Now, coming back to building, my plan is to make a very modern looking entrance to make it feel astonishing. And having something like a huge staircase leading to the next floor is the plan I am going for this build. After that I flew to the liver skeleton farm to farm for some more bones for the tree farms I have in my new base, and also coal will be required as a decoration block for the floor pattern that I'm making. So to build a giant staircase I will need more spruce wood, which is good to have this farm to do the work for me, where now I can AFK in here. And got so much spruce wood from this. Now I need a lot of pistons as well, which will be used for the floor pattern that I want. And while I'll be building this at the time, I will let the blackstone bricks to be smelted into the cracked form of it. And I begin my building in here once again. After running out of some materials, I wanted to mix things up a bit and come to the Guardian Monument to place sand for this location, just so I can start draining it completely as soon as possible. My time brings me back to the slime farm, because I haven't fully finished adding all the iron golems in this place. Getting these golems in their place is a headache sometimes, we leave their cages and make things frustrating. But not to worry, I managed to get all of them in their right place. Later, I come to the villager trading hall to get a polished andesite for my build. And after that, I fly back to the ocean monument so I can collect sea lanterns for my build. I just want to use different light sources for the building style I am trying to work with. Now I can do some more work with the building, and it seems that this floor is getting a very good look to this area. Now I spent 7 Minecraft days working on this wall pattern that I want to bring for this room area. I built this entire thing in my creative world, and I will be very excited to see how everything will turn out for me when I am done constructing here. I still need to place some sand in the ocean monument area, but that will require some more sand. While my sand was duplicating from the sand duper machine, at the meantime I wanted to mine out the huge obsidian pillar, which actually takes longer than you think. With all that sand that I got, and using it to cover the ocean monument, it has taken me so much time, but I managed to complete the sand placing, and next time I'll be coming back to this place, I will be draining it completely with sponges in my inventory. I then crafted a lot of iron blocks, traded with villagers to get more andesite, and mined a huge stone cube to craft more pistons for myself. And since I built a lot of farms, I was running out of redstone. But it's good that from the raid farm, I had more redstone stored from all the killing that has been done here. And before I begin my building, I have to get more wood for myself, and by using 9 stacks and bone meal, I gathered this amount of wood in the process. Now then, I must not forget one important thing that I promised to my viewers. But before I do that, I have to make this concrete farm, and mining this concrete, which I'll be using for the display platform. Now, in my last video, I told you guys that I'll be featuring you guys differently. Since my new base has been finished, now for those people who wrote #AddMeAss, you will be placed in this display area. But I will be modifying this area in the future. I just have so much building projects to be honest, and when the time comes, I will focus on it in the future. The first person I added was Incredible Lego Creations, because he was the easiest, and wanted to be displayed as an iron golem. Okay, next is GaffBomb1, and he wanted to be added as a zombified piglin. To prevent these display mobs from getting away, I use honey blocks. It's a good way I found to display you guys. Next, I need 2 villagers. I built this track for the few villagers I got from a breeder, and put them in boats to transport them to my new base. But getting these villagers through the Never Hub portal is so hard. Turns out they were more difficult to transport than I thought they would. But I am doing this for my fellow viewers. This one will be Saeed007, who wanted to be added as a villager. I have transported the second villager, of course struggling again, and this one will be Benjamin Hassanagic. Since I got you guys as villagers, I can add a profession for you too. Just let me know in the comments below what profession you want your villagers to be. Next is CrossKivy, who wanted to be as a honey bottle, and coming back to my old base to get a red sand item to add with Reaper. Now the hardest of them all, a Wither skeleton for Goatizer. First, I need to build a bridge to connect the pathway to the Never Hub portal for the Wither skeleton to chase after me. Coming to the fortress where my Wither skeleton farm is, I came closer for the Wither skeleton to see me. And I started leading it through the entire hallway to bring it to where I want it to be. But leading it to a portal area, it just refused to go through it. So the only option was to force it straight into the portal, and with the final efforts of finally trapping this Wither skeleton, in the end, it died for hitting me too much, because of the Thorns enchantment I had on my armor. So I had no choice but to come back, get another one to follow me, corner it near the portal, and punch it so it will go through. Final moments, come on! We have it, nice. I managed to get Goatizer with Reaper, Benjamin, CrossKivy, GaffBomb, Saeed, and Incredible Lego Creations into this display area. I want to apologize to Matthew Gabriel Majoricon for forgetting you to put in this display area. I will definitely add you as a snow golem in my next video. But if you are a fellow viewer of my channel, you too can be added to my new base. Just write down #AddMeAss and what sort of thing you want to be displayed in this area, just so I know who are my active viewers on my channel. For the final days in this world, I want to fix the slime farm, so it would be transporting slime in a different location of my base. Currently I made the storage for that in my giant staircase room, and I wanted to move it to more to the left side of my base, which I'm planning to add more unique farms in there. Now after placing the water, I have to have Kelpa to waterlock every block going vertically, so that I can create a bubble elevator to transfer all slime balls into my base. After I was done with that, I had to place in some more blocks to get even closer of finishing the floor pattern that I have around here. And with all of that experience, I have finally reached 1500 days in my Skyblock survival world. And by the time this video comes out, 1.19 is already released. I will try my best to update this world progress to 1.19, and you will see me possibly raiding a Deep Slate city or getting a new LA. Keep watching my content, and you will see what I can accomplish in this world. But thanks for watching, and have a good day.